歡迎大家出席港鐵公司業績發佈會。喺開始之前呢，我哋先影幾張嘅大合照。Let's take a few group photos。好，麻煩行政總裁同埋總監們，我哋先望向前面嘅鏡頭。Please look at the cameras in the front。好，如果前面嘅 camera OK 嘅話咧，麻煩我哋都讓一讓俾後邊嘅。我哋望一望後邊嘅鏡頭。Please look at the cameras at the back, please。好，或者咧，我哋都將我哋望一望咧，我哋左手面嘅鏡頭 ，cameras to the left, please。好，唔該晒咁多位，我哋有請金博士同埋咁多位總監就座。Would our executive please be seated？ 業績發佈會而家開始，我先將時間交俾企業事務及品牌總監蔡少棉小姐 Linda。
各位傳媒朋友，大家好，歡迎大家出席港鐵公司2023年度全年業績報告嘅記者招待會。我係公司企業事務及品牌總監蔡少棉。首先，等我介紹一下台上嘅港鐵代表。坐喺中間嘅係行政總裁金澤培博士，而坐喺金博士右手邊嘅分別係香港客運服務常務總監楊美珍女士，同埋車務及創新總監李家潤博士。而坐喺金博士左手邊嘅咧，分別係我哋嘅財務總監范米高先生、物業及國際業務總監鄧志輝先生，以及項目及工程拓展總監鄧輝豪先生。今日個記者會咧係主要係用中文為主嘅，現場咧全程係會提供即時傳譯。首先，金博士會扼要咁樣講述港鐵公司喺2023年度嘅全年業績，之後咧就會由范米高先生作出我哋嘅財務嘅簡介。跟住咧，金博士會再同大家咧分享一下公司嘅未來嘅發展。最後咧，我哋就會回答大家嘅問題嘅。咁而家咧，我想將時間交俾金博士先啦。唔該 ，Dr. Cam。Thank
you, Linda。各位傳媒朋友，大家好，歡迎各位出席港鐵公司2023年度業績發佈會。2023年係香港踏入全面復常嘅一年，隨住各項防疫措施喺年初解除，港鐵嘅服務亦都逐步提升。港鐵公司一審慎理財，業務多元化，以鞏固我哋嘅財政實力。公司收入主要係來自經常性嘅收入，包括票務、車站商務同埋商場等等多元化嘅業務收入，以維持健康同埋可持續嘅財務狀況。全年我哋整體嘅業務穩步發展。我哋嘅香港鐵路營運喺2023年為超過18億人次嘅顧客提供安全、高效、可靠嘅服務，推動香港前行。我哋亦都開始咗新鐵路線嘅建造工程，又積極透過智慧鐵路同埋各項業務策略，以應對市場變化同埋宏觀經濟環境等等嘅挑戰，持續保持我哋嘅競爭力。接住落嚟，我會同大家重點介紹幾個範疇。喺本地鐵路服務方面，鐵路服務係我哋嘅核心業務。去年本港鐵路嘅總乘客量超過18億人次，呢個數字大致回復至疫情前嘅水平。而我哋嘅鐵路網絡喺呢幾年有所擴展，我哋會繼續密切留意市民出行嘅模式嘅轉變。本地重鐵網絡列車按照班次 編定班次行走同埋乘客車程嘅準時度，我哋繼續表現良好，維持喺超過99.9%嘅世界級水平。而跨境服務嘅乘客量亦都反映咗香港同埋內地居民往來嘅需求。自從通關之後，有持續回升嘅趨勢。隨住香港嘅口岸同埋連接交通嘅發展，同埋深圳嘅消費同埋交通網絡嘅轉變，東鐵線嘅兩個陸路過境口岸，即係羅湖站同埋落馬洲站，喺深受跨境旅客歡迎嘅同時，亦都面對一定嘅競爭。我哋喺疫情期間提升咗羅湖站嘅設施，而全新嘅免稅店大樓亦都喺去年12月正式投入服務。作為集體運輸交通工具，公司會繼續致力提供安全、可靠、舒適嘅旅程，以服務我哋過境嘅乘客。至於另一項跨境服務高鐵香港段，去年全年嘅載客人次超過咗2000萬，係創歷年嘅新高。高鐵香港段係國家龐大高速鐵路網絡嘅延伸，港鐵公司擔當咗高鐵香港段嘅營運同埋管理嘅角色。我哋不斷同內地嘅鐵路部門協調，提升高鐵嘅服務，同埋加開新嘅班次同埋站點，提高票務嘅彈性，為乘客帶嚟更多嘅方便。去到去年底，西九龍站每日往來內地共係每日係94對車，喺節日繁忙嘅日子咧，更加超過每日100對車。直達嘅服務嘅站點咧，已經加到去年年底嘅73個。另外，港鐵公司亦都積極推動喺公司嘅業務裏邊引入創科嘅元素，目標之一係為乘客提供更加貼心同埋更加個人化嘅出行體驗。去年底，我哋喺創鐵網絡引入咗更多嘅電子支付車費嘅選擇，包括使用感應式信用卡嘅付費搭車。同時，我哋喺車站試行咗智能服務嘅模式，亦都優化咗關愛共乘嘅手機應用程式嘅功能。等長者同埋有需要嘅乘客可以更加輕鬆方便乘搭港鐵。此外，喺維修同埋車務管理應用創科咧，亦都係我哋嘅重點。我哋透過應用大數據同埋創科嘅技術，監測列車同埋基建設備嘅表現同埋狀況。既然有助提升列車嘅服務，亦都提升咗我哋每晚收車之後檢查維修嘅效率，爭取善用黃金2小時嘅時間。喺新鐵路項目，我哋亦都善用建築資訊模擬技術 BIM， 有助整合同埋提供更加準確嘅建築資訊。我哋亦都喺港鐵嘅商場提供多項嘅智能服務，提升購物體驗。去年我都同大家報告過，公司會投資推展新嘅鐵路項目，當中東涌線延線、屯門南延線、東鐵線古洞站同埋小蠔灣站嘅項目，喺去年已經相繼動工。我哋嘅工程團隊正係全力推進各項嘅法定審批同埋建造工作，並且會同社區保持密切嘅溝通。屯馬線洪水橋站同埋北環線嘅項目亦都已經刊憲。新鐵路線嘅項目將會帶動人流，加強經濟活動同埋增加房屋供應，長遠創造更多嘅就業機會同埋商機，聯繫同埋建設社區。新一輪嘅項目嘅共通點，都係喺現有嘅營運裏邊，現有營運嘅鐵路上面延伸或者加建車站。港鐵公司嘅團隊會以我哋嘅專業同埋技術去落實各個項目，同時盡力減低喺建造過程入邊對現有鐵路服務嘅影響。喺物業業務方面，去年我哋嘅地產項目嘅招標結果反映咗整體物業市道嘅狀況。今年我哋預計會有主要嘅住宅單位銷售入帳。商場方面，大圍站維坊已經喺去年7月開業，深受新界區嘅居民歡迎。而黃竹坑站嘅 The South Side 商場亦都喺12月作首階段嘅試業，為社區提供咗完善嘅生活配套同埋設施。我哋正係繼續推進14個正係興建中嘅住宅物業發展項目，未來幾年會為香港房屋市場新增約14000個住宅單位，以應付住屋嘅需求。我哋會繼續發掘現有同埋未來鐵路項目完善嘅物業發展機會，善用所有土地資源，透過發展唔同嘅物業項目，為唔同嘅地區締造可持續發展嘅社區。中國內地同埋國際業務方面，北京地鐵16號線已經全線通車， 北京地鐵17號線餘下嘅路段同埋深圳地鐵13號線嘅項目亦都繼續按計劃施工。海外業務方面，我哋喺英國嘅伊利沙伯線鐵路營運服務表現穩定，專營權將會延長至2025年嘅5月。墨爾本嘅都市鐵路服務專營權亦都獲得延長到2026年嘅年中。而瑞典斯德哥爾摩通勤鐵路營運嘅合約同埋馬拉塔區域交通服務嘅營運合約已經面對咗經營困難一段時期，我哋會提前終止呢兩個合約。我哋會繼續積極探索喺中國內地，包括大灣區同埋海外嘅鐵路同埋物業嘅優質發展機會。港鐵公司高度重視環境、社會同埋管治，鐵路係低碳嘅公共交通工具。港鐵公司亦都積極減少溫室氣體排放嘅措施融入所有嘅業務。我哋為香港鐵路同埋投資物業訂立咗嘅減碳目標已經獲得科學基礎目標倡議組織 SBTi 嘅批准，亦都即係喺2030年減少約一半嘅溫室氣體排放，有助公司邁向2050年碳中和嘅長遠目標，推動綠色未來。我哋亦都會喺未來所有嘅新建鐵路同埋新住宅物業發展項目引入合適嘅環保設計同埋低碳元素。另外，我哋喺車站、列車同埋物業繼續改善設施，致力為大眾提供關愛同埋方便嘅出行模式。我哋繼續支持唔同類型嘅慈善項目，並且積極關心社區。同時，公司一直致力推動藝術共享，將藝術嘅氛圍帶到車站同埋商場，俾藝術進入社區。港鐵公司都透過退役列車保存計劃，讓退役列車活出第二生命。退役列車喺灣仔海濱、學校同埋長者中心等等，以唔同嘅方式聯繫社區同埋市民。計劃自從2021年推行到而家，已經同超過20個非牟利團體、社區伙伴同埋政府部門合作，共同將超過500件嘅退役列車部件捐贈俾長者中心、學校同埋作為地區嘅休憩設施等等。公司喺去年同政府完成咗票價調整機制嘅檢討，保持直接驅動嘅方程式，並且引入同香港物業發展利潤掛鈎嘅元素。新機制亦都平衡咗市民嘅負擔能力同埋公司業務嘅可持續發展。我哋主要嘅收入係經常性嘅，包括咗票務、車站商務同埋商場嘅多元化業務收入，再加上一次性但係每年都唔同嘅物業發展利潤，俾我哋可以維持一個健康同埋可持續嘅財政結構，以確保有穩定嘅財政基礎，推展新嘅鐵路項目，以及維修保養同埋更新提升現有嘅鐵路資產，為市民提供更多同埋更優質嘅鐵路服務。喺全面考慮咗公司嘅財務狀況同埋將來嘅資金需求之後，港鐵公司董事局建議派發末期普通股股息每股港幣89仙，即係全年普通股股息係每股港幣1個3毫1。I want to say a few words in English. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. In 2023, Hong Kong's economic and social activities gradually returned to normal. We also made steady progress across our businesses. We remain committed to providing safe, efficient, and reliable services to keep Hong Kong moving. We also embraced smart technology, began construction for new railways, and implemented business strategies in order to overcome market challenges and to achieve sustainable commercial business operations. In our core business of railway services, the total patronage in Hong Kong exceeded 1.8 billion last year, which was close to returning to pre-pandemic levels. Furthermore, we maintain a world-class level of over 99.9% for both train service delivery and passenger journeys on time on our heavy rail network. In our cross-boundary services, the Lo Wu and Lok Ma Chau stations of the East Rail Line face some competition while remaining popular among cross-boundary travellers. We also enhanced the facilities and opened a new duty-free building in Lo Wu Station last December. On the high-speed rail Hong Kong section, we achieved a new record of serving over 20 million passenger journeys in 2023. We continue to collaborate closely with the mainland railway authorities to enhance our high-speed rail services. MTR is dedicated to embracing innovation and technology in the corporation's businesses. Last year, we introduced more electronic payment options in the heavy rail network. In addition, we have implemented innovation and technology to improve customer service, maintenance, and train service management. On our new railway projects, we adopted building information modeling, BIM, and other technologies to improve the construction efficiency. As I reported last year, the corporation is planning to invest into several new railway projects. Notably, the construction of the Dongcheng Line Extension, Tuen Mun South Extension, Kutong Station, and Oyster Bay Station commenced last year. Furthermore, Hung Shui Kiu Station on the Tuen Ma Line and the Northern Link have been gazetted. These new projects will promote economic activities and contribute to the increase in housing supply, while fostering better connectivity among communities. In our property business, we expect to book profits from the sales of several property development projects this year. In our mall business, the Wai Atop Tai Wai Station opened last year, while the South Side, our new shopping mall at Wong Chuk Hang Station, also began a phased opening. Moreover, we are making progress on 14 property development projects. We will continue to explore property development opportunities along our existing and future railway lines. In our mainland China and international businesses, the full Beijing Metro Line 16 is now in passenger service. The remaining sections of Beijing Metro Line 17 and the Shenzhen Metro Line 13 are under construction. For overseas business, the Elizabeth Line railway service in the UK achieved a stable performance, with the operating concession extended to May 2025. Our concession for the Melbourne Metropolitan Rail Network was also extended to mid-2026. We have been struggling with two challenging operating contracts in Stockholm. Therefore, we will be terminating early the Stockholm's Pendeltag and Malatag operating contracts. We will continue to explore good opportunities for railway and property development in the mainland of China, including the Greater Bay Area and overseas. The corporation attaches great importance to responsible environment, social, and governance actions. We are pleased that the Science Based Target Initiative (SBTi) organization has approved our targets to cut around half of our greenhouse gas emission by 2030, supporting our long-term goal of achieving carbon neutrality by 2050. We are committed to incorporating green designs and features into our new railway and property development projects. We continue to foster strong connections with the community. In addition, the corporation is dedicated to integrating art into our stations and shopping malls to improve customer experience. Through our legacy train revitalization program, we give retired trains a meaningful second life and showcase them in the community. The corporation concluded the Fare Adjustment Mechanism (FAM) review with the government last year, in which the direct drive formula is maintained, while the fare adjustment is linked to the corporation's property development profit. The mechanism takes into consideration both the public's affordability and the corporation's sustainable development. While the property development profit fluctuates year by year, we have significant recurrent revenue from diversified sources, including transport fare, station commercial, and shopping mall businesses. These will ensure our financial sustainability for advancing new railway projects, as well as maintaining and renewing existing railway assets to deliver rail services in better quality and wider coverage. After taking into full account the corporation's financial position and future capital requirements, the board has proposed a final ordinary dividend of 89 Hong Kong cents per share, bringing the total ordinary dividend for the year to $1.31 Hong Kong dollars per share. I will now pass to Michael to report some of our financial highlights.
Thank you, Jacob. Recurrent businesses in Hong Kong recorded a profit of 4.9 billion Hong Kong dollars, significantly higher than in 2022, mainly due to the ongoing recovery of business following the end of pandemic-related restrictions and the resumption of cross-boundary services. Recurrent businesses outside Hong Kong recorded a profit of $0.4 billion, excluding the provisions of $1 billion made in respect of 2 concession agreements in our international business, which had been facing challenging conditions and from which we are now successfully exiting. Underlying business profit was 6.4 billion Hong Kong dollars. While this represents a 40% decrease compared to last year, this reduction is mainly due to the basis effect of the very strong property profits booked in 2022. Together with the $1.4 billion gain from the initial recognition of new investment properties, the total net profit attributable to shareholders for 2023 was 7.8 billion Hong Kong dollars. The group's financial position remains robust. As at the end of December 2023, the combined total of our available cash balances and undrawn committed facilities exceeded $40 billion. Our net debt to equity ratio remained at the healthy level of 26.5%. I now turn to the profits of our various business segments. In Hong Kong, the EBIT generated by our transport operations remained negative at just over 1.1 billion, but this represents a very significant improvement on the 2022 negative EBIT for the same business of 4.7 billion. This was due both to the rebound in domestic patronage after the end of the pandemic and to recoveries in cross-boundary services, high-speed rail and airport express patronage. Our station commercial EBIT increased 67%, predominantly due to the resumption of duty-free shop rental revenue after the reopening of boundary crossing stations. The EBIT of MTR's property rental and management business increased by 5.2%, due mainly to contributions from our new mall at the Y and to the lower amortization costs of rental concessions in line with the gradual recovery of the market. Outside Hong Kong, the EBIT of our mainland China and international subsidiaries decreased, mainly due to the expiry of government subsidies for Shenzhen Line 4 and the impact of adverse operating conditions that have been affecting 2 of our international contracts, both of which will shortly have been successfully brought to an end by mutual agreement with our counterparties. In terms of our consolidated balance sheet, total assets increased by $19 billion to $346 billion, mainly due to the increase in cash balances and to the receipt of our shopping mall, the South Side. Total liabilities increased by $20 billion to $168 billion, mainly due to the net drawdown of loans, the deferred income relating to the South Side shopping mall, and the amounts received in respect of our Hong Kong property development. As such, total equity was essentially flat at $179 billion. As for our consolidated cash flow position, our operating activities generated $11.2 billion of net cash inflow. Net receipts from property developments were $6.1 billion. After including $12.6 billion of capex and other smaller items, our net cash inflow before financing was $4.4 billion. Finally, after net debt drawdown and dividend payments, the increase in cash was $6.2 billion. With regard to our financing and credit position, total group borrowings increased by $11.6 billion to $59.5 billion. Around 2/3 of our borrowings were on a fixed rate basis, which has helped to mitigate the adverse impact of interest rate hikes in recent years. Our average borrowing cost for 2023 was 3.5%, 1 percentage point higher than last year, but still low by historical standards and in absolute terms. MTR's interest cover ratio stood at a solid 9.8 times. The total capex from 2024 to 2026 is estimated to be $87.9 billion, of which 47%, or $41 billion, will be used for Hong Kong railway maintenance capex. This is higher than previous years, mainly because several railway maintenance and asset replacement projects are taking place at the same time, including train, signalling, and power systems. 35% will be used for new Hong Kong railway projects, including Oyster Bay Station, Tung Chung Line Extension, Kwu Tung Station, and Tuen Mun South Extension. 14% will be allocated to the Hong Kong property business, and the remaining 4% is for mainland China and overseas investments. With that, I will now hand back to Jacob to present our outlook.
Thank you, Michael. 港鐵公司紮根香港，鐵路係我哋嘅核心業務。今年係港鐵通車45週年，多年嚟我哋同香港市民並肩成長，透過鐵路聯繫同埋建設社區，推動香港前行。未來港鐵公司會繼續以客為本，投放資源提升顧客嘅體驗，維修保養同埋更新提升鐵路嘅資產，繼續為顧客提供世界級嘅鐵路服務。公司都會繼續推動業務喺唔同嘅範疇應用創新科技，由顧客服務、鐵路資產管理，以至建造流程管理等等。喺過程入邊，我哋會積極同學術科研機構同埋初創企業合作，開發同埋應用新技術。我哋歡迎政府公布嘅香港主要運輸基建發展藍圖嘅新策略性鐵路優化方案，並且會繼續全力配合同埋支持政府推展新嘅鐵路項目，為市民提供更多更加便利嘅交通選擇，帶動香港未來嘅發展。物業發展方面，視乎施工同埋售樓進度，我哋預期會為港島南岸第4期同第5期，以及何文田站第1期同埋第2期項目嘅利潤入帳。喺環球經濟前景同埋利率變動步伐都未明朗嘅因素嘅情況之下，我哋會繼續密切留意市場嘅狀況，為物業發展嘅項目制定合適嘅招標計劃。中國內地同埋海外嘅業務方面，深圳地鐵13號線繼續按計劃施工，而悉尼地鐵城市及西南線嘅城市段預計會喺今年裏邊開通。我亦都會繼續探索喺中國內地，包括大灣區同埋海外嘅發展機會。最後，我要衷心感謝一班盡忠職守、專業可靠嘅同事。喺去年，香港經歷多次惡劣天氣，面對世紀黑色暴雨同埋多個颱風，大家都充分發揮咗團隊精神，做到迅速應變。港鐵公司今日嘅成就係有賴各位同事喺過去45年嘅一直秉持專業態度、群策群力。而展望將來，港鐵公司將會繼續精益求精，迎接更多嘅機遇，推動城市前行，同各位市民一齊再向未來。多謝各位。
唔該晒金博士。咁而家咧，我哋就嚟到我哋嘅回答大家問題嘅一個環節啦。咁傳媒朋友咧，如果想提出問題嘅咧，請你哋舉手示意啦。咁咧發問嘅時候咧，都請你哋講出你哋嘅名同埋你所代表嘅機構。首先有請最尾嗰位小姐先啦。
你好啊，商台嘅。首先想問呢，即係兩個新增嘅自由行內地城市西安同埋青島呢，現時都係冇高鐵直達香港噶嘛。想問下港鐵喺呢一方面，其實目前有冇話諗住點樣提升個服務啦？會唔會計劃加設即係直達兩地嘅高鐵班次咁樣啦？咁同埋第二條問題就係近排即係信號都頻頻出事啦。咁有意見就話港鐵市區線嘅信號系統已經高負荷運作咗幾十年啦，會唔會即係有計劃會加快新系統啟用嘅進度啦，同埋第三條就係想問，即係舊年港鐵東涌東站同埋小蠔灣項目都相繼流標啦，呢兩個項目今年會唔會再推啦？亦都會唔會計劃即係會再修改嗰個招標條款，吸引發展商入標咁樣？唔該。
好多謝你個問題，我全部 pass 俾啲同事答，或者請美珍總監講講我哋西安、青島嗰啲安排。
好啊，咁其實西安同埋青島今日咧，如果我哋坐高鐵嘅話咧，都可以喺內地一啲轉車站嗰度可以到達呢兩個城市啦。咁但係我哋其實咧亦都展開咗咧，同內地嘅有關單位咧開始去商討咧，可唔可以咧為呢兩個即係城市咧，即係變成一個終點站嘅嚇。咁我哋開始咗同佢哋嘅商討。咁
好或者我加多一句我哋高鐵嘅營運咧係同飛機場非常相似嘅，因為咧係唔係由我哋發車去青島或者西安，所以一定要係由內地嘅鐵路部門咧，各個鐵路局咧同我哋為我哋提供呢個服務。咁頭先美珍總監話我哋已經同佢哋商討緊，或者息諾令講講。
咁我諗好簡單回答記者第二個問題咧，就關於信號系統。其實我哋即係市區線嘅信號系統更新工程咧，其實已經即係大家都知一路展開緊啦，亦都係進行緊嚇。咁我哋都期望咧可以即係喺出年嘅時候咧開始有一啲線路咧可以開始去使用㗎嚇。
至於我哋嘅物業招標方面咧，我諗我想講嘅咧就係我哋一貫以來咧都係用一個我哋叫做審慎嘅商業原則嚟經營嘅，包括我哋嘅投資，包括我哋嘅物業發展等等。或者我請下指揮總監補充。
好啊，唔該晒總裁，唔好意思，今日喉嚨有少少唔係好舒服。咁東涌東嗰個項目咧，我哋都視乎市場嘅情況啦。現時咧，我哋都計劃咧喺今年內咧，我哋係會招標。咁至於小蠔灣站嗰個物業發展項目咧，其實我哋已經展開咗一啲前期工作。當呢啲前期工作同埋地基工程去到成熟嘅時候咧，我哋當時適時咧就會推出市場。
好，跟住黑色衫嗰位女士。
Hello, questions from Nikkei. So first is, given the downturn trend in the property price in mainland China, so will it be a change in the strategy, or should the focus on the railway plus property strategy still continue in the mainland market, and as well as Hong Kong market? And second is, how do the management team perceive the possibility entry of the mainland competitor like BYD's Sky Shuttle into the Hong Kong transportation market in the future? And the last question is, is there still an ongoing research on the railway development plans in the Middle East region? Thank you.
Okay. I'll start with the rail plus property model. In fact, for the last 45 years, we have actually seen the rail plus property model has served Hong Kong very well. And of course has served Hong Kong government that they do not need to come up with the cash to invest, and also it has served MTR well. But having said that, rail plus property is not the only financing model that we have. Even in the past, we have seen, for example, a cash type investment arrangement, or the Hong Kong government could invest directly into a new line. And if we also look at our mainland China and international investments, there are many cases of joint investment that MTR teams up with other investors to invest. So there are different models. The key principle is that we have to proceed prudently. So that's why we will continue to apply or adhere to the prudent commercial principle in all our investments of new lines in our property business and so on. But perhaps I should also ask Zhi Fei Zhonggam to comment on the property in general, property prices in general.
Okay, property market goes through different cycles. We have seen those in the past, and they go up and they go down. But overall, our R plus P model is a long-term business model involving the design, construction, maintenance, and operation of our railway, and also involves a medium-term development of our property development projects. Together with, from time to time, as you will see, we hold on to investment property that will provide long-term recurrent interest and recurrent income to the company. So therefore, it has served us very well. But we do see cycles, they go up and down.
Okay, and for the lines that Hong Kong government said they will put out to open tender, what I would say is that we have served Hong Kong for 45 years. We have served Hong Kong well. In the process, we have built new communities, we have helped the city to develop, we have accumulated a lot of experiences and knowledge about how to serve the Hong Kong market. We have also built up a large pool of talents in talents in building and managing and running railways. So we do believe that we are competitive in this situation. And also, of course, any new lines connecting to our network will have the synergy in terms of both service, fare structure, and so on. So we do want to continue to serve our customers in Hong Kong more. Concerning the international business, we remain open to all good opportunities around the world, including Middle East, for railway as well as TOD or property transport-related property development opportunities. Thank you.
好，唔該。綠色衫嗰位先生後邊。
係，大家好。想問下嗰個淨係得呢個東涌東站招標啦，係咪都睇到而家個樓市供應量過多，想配合呢個政府嘅政策啊，同埋個賣地表嘅情況，而唔想個樓市再進一步下行咧？同埋咁呢個招標好似少咗啲，咁會唔會對未來個物業發展利潤有啲影響啊？同埋都睇翻個票價機制掛鈎咗之後啦，係咪都想刻意壓低個物業發展利潤嚟，令到個票價可以唔使減價咁樣？呢個第一條問題啦。第二條問題就係想問翻歐陽伯權嗰個新任期就係1年半啦，點解係突出有半年咁樣，唔係一個整年咁樣計嘅咧？同埋問埋派息方面嗰個政策有冇咩嘅之後會唔會點調整啊？有冇話45週年有特別息啊之類嘅？唔該。
好，首先我要講嘅咧就係公司係歡迎政府咧係繼續委任歐陽伯權博士由2024年7月1日起咧繼續擔任公司嘅非執行主席嘅。歐陽博士自從2019年上任主席以嚟咧，一直領導公司推行咗我哋嘅新嘅企業策略啦，亦都推動咗公司嘅發展。而喺疫情期間咧，歐陽博士都領導我哋上下一心緊守崗位，喺抗疫嘅時間咧，同時亦都擴展咗公司嘅業務。我同港鐵嘅團隊咧係期望喺歐陽博士嘅繼續帶領之下咧，係邁向更多嘅里程，包括建造無限未來，同埋同各位再向未來嘅。至於歐陽博士嘅任期咧，呢個係政府嘅決定。當然，歐陽博士自己可能都有一啲嘅要求，咁所以咧呢個係已經宣布咗。至於東涌物業嘅問題咧，我諗請指揮總監講講。
多謝總裁。咁東涌東站嗰度嗰個項目咧，其實大家都睇得到咧，我哋舊年都推出過啦。咁呢個咧係一個好平常我哋應該做嘅事情。喺來年咧，我哋都唔會好擔心物業發展項目嘅發展利潤。關於你頭先嗰個問題，因為現時咧我哋有14個項目咧係發展當中，佢哋都會咧喺不久嘅將來咧分批咧都會推出市場，所以呢個咧喺對我哋未來嗰個財政上咧，應該都會提供到一個好充裕嘅資源。咁東涌東站咧，我哋而家已經積極咧喺度準備緊招標工作啦。咁當我哋有決定時間表嘅時候咧，會同你去公佈。唔該晒。
好，派息會唔會有45週年嘅特別息？
我諗我想講嘅咧就係我哋一路沿用咧都係堅守我哋嘅審慎商業原則。咁呢個亦都包括咧係審慎理財。董事局喺考慮過我哋嘅財務嘅情況、公司嘅表現、同埋將來資金嘅需求等等，就決定咗今次嘅派息。
好，或者後邊紅色格仔恤衫嗰位先生，即係綠色。
係都有幾個問題想請教翻啦，就係因為見到你哋都嚟緊面對啲新線都發展比較多嘅，或者係有啲新嘅項目啦。咁將來嗰個派息政策咧，會唔會都有啲調整啊？或者有啲新嘅變化？譬如可能派少啲現金，可能就以股代息咁樣咧。呢個即係都想請教下啦。第二個問題咧就係話咧，譬如喺票價嗰度啦。就都45週年啦，會唔會有啲優惠俾翻啲乘客咧？咁再加埋咧，即係你哋喺嗰個計算嗰個票價嗰陣時咧，係咪有個延後嘅 嘅一個累積升幅可以行使。咁呢部分咧係幾時係可以用得着，係會反映翻喺個票價度咧？咁另外一點就喺個商場嗰度，因為我見你哋咧，即係物業發展嗰部分咧，就可能咧呢幾年嗰個市道嘅問題就比較飄忽啲，即係變咗利潤有時上啲，有時落啲咁樣啦。咁但係咧就嗰個收租嗰部分就幾穩定嘅，咁就都升緊。咁我想了解翻咧，就係話譬如自從元芳或者黃中坑入咗之後咧，嗰個租金嗰個情況係點樣啦？咁如果將來咧繼續咧係即係喺物業發展唔係喺嗰個租務嗰部分咧，如果呢兩個商場出咗之後咧，仲有冇其他嘅收入可以繼續去提供嗰個貢獻係可以即係喺嗰個唔同業務嘅發展之間咧，可以有一個即係補助嘅作用咧。
好，我諗我同阿 Michael 先講一講我哋個股息嗰個政策。同 FAM 有關嘅，我諗我請阿美珍總監，或者同 Shopping Mall 就請阿志輝總監。我先講我哋個股息。我頭先提到啦，我哋係一路以嚟咧係堅守一個審慎嘅商業原則去經營我哋所有嘅業務。呢個當然包括投資，包括財務，而當中咧亦都係包括股息。我哋要審慎咁樣管理我哋嘅財政。我哋希望做到咧，長遠嚟講咧，能夠為我哋嘅股東同埋持份者咧，係創造最大可持續嘅利益。咁喺呢個大原則之下，或者我想請米高總講多少少。
Yes, thank you. I think you'll all have seen the dividend that has been proposed today, the announcement of that, and that is indeed in line with our policy that we've had in place for many years now. How are dividends set? How are dividend levels proposed? I think all companies look at this in the same way. All boards in all countries, they look at the circumstances of the company, its cash levels, its capex outgoings, its debt financings, and the outlook for the business. I think that's the same for us as it is for everyone. As Jacob says, we have a prudent approach. That's very important because we need to maintain the strong, robust balance sheet that we have today. You saw the statistic earlier, 26.5% gearing. That's pretty solid. And we need to carry on with that approach, bearing in mind all the requirements that we have to do what we need to do for Hong Kong and for all our stakeholders.
Okay. Thank you. 或者美珍
係
總
好啊
監講講。
嚇，唔該Jacob。咁多謝提問咧，即係關於票價嗰方面咧。咁有一啲嘅延後，即係舊年都記得咧，大家有一啲嘅即係嗰個幅度調整嘅延後帶咗嚟今年啦咁。咁但係最終嗰個調整幅度其實咧，我哋都即係會好睇市民嘅負擔能力啦。咁所以喺個機制咧就已經會睇嗰個即係家庭入息中位數作為上限嘅。咁所以最終能夠調整幾多咧？當然仲有即係3月尾嗰個即係交通入息指數啦。咁有晒啲數據之後咧，咁先至可以知道最終係幾多下。咁但係就頭先我講嗰個即係一啲嘅機制啦，咁都係一個可以話係直接驅動嘅。咁同埋我諗係講翻嗰個即係票價調整機制，其實喺舊年10月嘅時候，即係舊年嘅時候咧，我哋都應該係舊年年中嚇，咁我哋都即係講過咧，我哋會有一啲新嘅優惠啦嚇，例如咧就係小巴嗰個接駁咧其實已經實施咗咧，就係由3毫子嗰個即係每程嗰個減價咧就去到5毫子㗎嚇，咁就例如呢啲啦。咁同埋提到45週年咧，其實公司都即係團隊準備緊一系列唔同嘅慶祝活動，咁遲啲等到即係成熟啲嘅時候就會同大家公佈嚇。咁但係亦都提翻，其實公司都即係不斷咁有好多唔同嘅優惠進行緊啦嚇，即係最例如就係舊年喺7·1啊、11啊，我哋都有啲小童免費啊，或者係輕鐵免費嘅優惠嘅。
咁志輝總監，你
咁關於商場嗰度咧，其實我哋都好鼓舞啦。睇到今年咧，其實復常之後咧，人流都不斷飆升。咁亦都喺年中咧，我哋開咗喺大圍站嘅商場項目惠坊。出租咧已經係100%啦，咁人流咧亦都差唔多每個週末咧，我哋見到咧都有新高，咁真係都做得幾好啊，令人鼓舞。咁至於收曬喺黃竹坑嗰個商場咧，都想同大家匯報下咧，現時出租率咧都已經達到可出租面積80%。 咁現時我哋都預期咧喺今年嘅年中時候咧，當睇下啲工程進度啊、審批手續完成咧，我哋適時咧就會全面開放呢一個商場。咁至於展望未來咧，經常性收入咧對港鐵嚟講係好重要，我哋都會繼續去尋找一啲合適嘅商業機會，咁去鞏固我哋嘅經常性收入。唔該晒。
唔該。Kenneth 啊。
Hello. The profits from property development dropped drastically by 80% last year. And what is the MTR outlook of your property business this year? And also, the government is inviting suppliers to express an interest in the elevated transit system in the East Kowloon and also Kai Tak development area. And does the MTR have any plans to bid for the projects there? Thank you.
Thank you. I think in general, as we know, property development profit fluctuates year by year, and it depends on a number of factors, including, of course, the progress of sales, progress of constructions and sales. So perhaps Ji Fai 總監 could add a little later on, but let me address the issue about the lines that Hong Kong government said that they will be offering for public tender. In fact, MTR has served Hong Kong faithfully for the last 45 years. We have built up communities. We have helped Hong Kong to move forward, and we have also developed, we have accumulated a lot of experience in serving the Hong Kong market, specific needs of our customers, and so on. And we have also built up a large pool of human resources, talents, who are able to construct and operate and railways well and serve our customers well. So we do hope that we can continue to expand our service in Hong Kong for our customers. We think in any competitive situations, we will remain competitive. We have also operated some new modes of transport, like the APM in the airport, as well as the APM systems in Macau. So we do know how to operate heavy rail, light rail, and different modes of transports. So, and if I just come back to the property and.
So in terms of outlook, as I'm sure that you can all see, the development community welcomes government's cancellation or withdrawal of various taxes and duties applied to property sales, and we are seeing a relatively much more buoyant market out there. I think the outlook for this year, the transactions will definitely go up, and we are working very, very closely with our development partners in looking at various development projects, and they shall soon be launched within this year.
好 ，thank you。由於時間關係，我哋俾多兩位記者朋友問問題啊。前面嗰位女士，白色外套 please。
Hello everyone, I'm Jane from Infocast. The first question is that the government announced the land sale plan for 2024 and 2025, which will sell 8 residential sites and 8 residential sites. Would you have any plan to get one of this or just one or two of this? And the second question is, the one or two of this and expand our landmark. And second question is, some people said that the cross-boundary section is too high for the travelers and passengers. And some people said that it is better for the MTR to cut the price of Lo Wu and Lo Ma Chau section. So what do you think about it? Thank you.
Okay, I'll talk about the cross-boundary fare first, and then Ji Fai 總監 could talk about the land. If we look at the cross-boundary traffic, passengers have many choices. We are not the only provider of cross-boundary travel. So if you look at all the different services for cross-boundary, Of course, they differ in quality, in time, and locations, and so on, but they are all comparable in general. So I think this is an ecosystem for cross-boundary travel. It's not just one service provider's fare setting. We need to consider the whole setup. Of course, we support the policy for a better integration with the Greater Bay Area. We also want to serve all the customers well, not only going up but also coming to Hong Kong. About the land issue.
So I think the short answer is MTR will not be tendering for the land sale program as announced by government. This is not the business model of MTR. Our property business came from a rail plus property financing model whereby we actually tender out the land and work with developers. Together with the 14 projects under construction, we have many, many more projects under planning at the moment to go with the new lines which are now under construction.
Thank you. So one last question， 最後一條問題。黑色衫嗰位女士。
你好，經濟日報嘅，就想問翻，即係見到譬如話而家鐵路嘅乘客量都恢復到疫情前水平啦。咁譬如今年即係政府都話希望喺今年中就可能實施嗰個惡劣天氣都照常開始個機制啦。想問下，即係港鐵喺呢方面會唔會即係可以配合到咧？咁另外就想問翻，即係港鐵喺個澳門氹仔線嗰個營運同埋維護合作應該係今年就完結啦。咁會唔會話即係考慮會延長咧？另外一個問題就係見到即係車站商務同埋商場嗰個新定租金咧，都仲係跌緊啦。有冇話即係幾時可以有翻個反彈咧？唔該。
Thank you。我哋喺澳門嗰個合約咧，主要係為佢開新線同埋培訓好本地嘅當地嘅員工。咁我哋喺呢個方面咧，已經係基本上完成咗我哋嘅工作。個合約咧就會預期咧係完成嘅。而我哋喺惡劣天氣嘅情況裏邊嘅營運咧，實在我哋最主要嘅考慮咧係安全。我哋一定要保障我哋所有乘客嘅安全同埋我哋員工嘅安全。咁所以任何嘅轉變或者冇轉變咧，都係主要係因為安全嘅考慮嘅。OK， 或者新定租金，我唔知未增金或者接啱。
好啊，咁或者可以講講車站嘅商鋪嘅租金啦。咁如果大家睇到咧嗰個即係新定租金嗰個幅度咧，或者係嗰個調減幅度，其實已經比前一年係改進咗好多。咁我哋都睇到即係一路有慢慢嘅復甦㗎嚇。咁但係當然咧，我諗唔同行業佢能夠即係可以承接到個租金嘅能力咧，都係有唔同嘅嚇。
OK， 唔該晒。
好，唔該，今日嘅記者會咧時間亦都到啦。咁好多謝大家今日出席，再見。